Tuesday, I bought 20 shares of Walmart, 21 shares of Meta, 100 shares of Nvidia, 41 shares of JP Morgan Chase, and 55 shares of Amazon, 45 shares of Tesla, and 55 shares of Delta Airlines. 50 shares of ChatGPT 2. And I sold 35 shares of Tesla and 35 shares of Amazon. On Wednesday, I got 35 more shares of Nvidia, 35 more shares of JP Morgan Chase, 35 shares of Goldman Sachs, and I also sold my 35 shares of Goldman Sachs, 10 shares of Tesla, 21 shares of Meta, 20 shares of Amazon, 35 shares of Goldman Sachs, and 29 shares of Delta Airlines. On Thursday, I bought 100 shares of Citibank, 24 more shares of Nvidia, 6 shares of JP Morgan, 26 shares of Target, 65 shares of Starbucks, 100 shares of Google, and 55 shares of GE Aerospace. And I sold 25 shares of Delta Airlines and 20 shares of Walmart. My industrial diversification, at the end it was finance, electronic technology, technology services, consumer services, retail trade, and transportation. I had more, but some of the industries I invested in were doing really bad, so I sold them. And stock diversification, Nvidia, I've got 25.1 shares, or 25.1%. JP Morgan, I bought 23.59%. Google, I bought 17.59%. GE Aerospace, I bought 14.17%. Citibank, I bought 8.48%. Starbucks, I bought 8.02%. And others, I bought 5.07%. I invested in more stocks, but they weren't doing good. And my winners were Nvidia and JP Morgan Chase. Nvidia made me about $1,166 on 4 o'clock on Friday. This was by far the best stock I invested in. JP Morgan Chase made me about $200 on 4 o'clock Friday. Walmart was doing good, so I invested in it, but it was a bad stock to invest in because I lost like about $100. And Meta, I thought would be good because all of the technology companies were doing good, but it didn't go so well for me. In summary, I could have done better by researching about what stocks were doing well and not being so picky about everything. I researched about like the stocks I bought a lot, and that caused me to do really well, but I didn't research the ones I didn't know a lot about, and that's what didn't get me a lot of money.
Nice job, Addie.